Let's add some visuals to our block entity by adding a block entity renderer to our project. Even more topics available in the 121 Minecraft modding courses, now with energy and fluid handling for block entities next to many other awesome topics. Alright, we're back and once more. And in this tutorial, we're adding a block entity renderer to our pedestal block entity. So last time we added a basic block entity, which basically allowed us to right click on the pedestal block, and it will then save an item that we right click on the block with inside of the internal inventory over here. And that worked with, well, basically a custom block class, a custom block entity class, and that worked with the right clicking over here. However, we only as feedback got a sound, right, when we right click the block. However, now we're also going to get some visuals. And for that, in the block entity package, we're going to make a new package called renderer. And inside of there, we'll make a new Java class called the pedestal block entity renderer. There we go. And that is going to look kind of like this. It will implement the block entity renderer interface of type pedestal block entity. We're going to hover over this to implement the render method, and I'm just going to format this a little bit differently. We'll also need to make a constructor. So this is a public pedestal block entity renderer with a parameter. This is the block entity renderer provider.context. I'm just going to call this context, and that's going to be fine. And then we'll copy over one extra helper method, which is going to be a private int get light level. That's just going to be useful, or we're basically just going to need that to have a proper light level. The rest of the render method, it looks kind of like this. So we're going to copy over the contents of this. I'll explain each step, and we'll also need to change the block entity in a tiny way, but all of this should be more or less self-explanatory. Now, when we have the render method, the idea is as follows. The render method gets called basically every frame or every tick, and every tick we want to render the stack that is inside of the inventory, right? And for that, we use an item renderer. To do that, we basically have this post stack, which is a stack that you can put sort of graphical changes to, and the graphical changes are a translation. So we're moving something, right? So the item that we want to render, we're moving it, we're scaling it down, and then we're changing the position. So mul pass over here is rotation, and we're rotating it around the positive y-axis. And the positive y-axis in the amount of degree we want to rotate it is, you can see we have this get rendering rotation method, and that happens in the pedestal block entity. So we're quickly going to go to the pedestal block entity to add this. Very straightforward. We have a floating point number over here, rotation, and the method is super freaking simple. It is literally just, as you can see, that we're adding to this rotation every time the method gets called 0.5, and once it reaches 360 or more, we're resetting it to 0, and then after that, returning it. So basically, we're going to go round and round, and that also fixes this issue over here. And we're then going to render the stack over here. The rest, in this render static method is basically just the rest that it needs, right? The glide level so that it displays properly, how it should be displayed, and the post stack that we've, added the, different variations to, right? The translation so that we move the actual item into the correct position, the scaling, and then the rotation as well. When it comes to rendering, this can get quite complicated, right? So anything that is about rendering over here, how the post stack works and things like that, is a little bit more complicated than it should be sometimes, but it just is what it is. I highly recommend what you also do is you just play around a little bit with the numbers to get a feel for what the frick is happening when you do that. And you just see, right, for example, for the mul position, you can also do, negative X direction, for example, and rotate around that. Just try out a bunch of different things and see what sticks, what you like, and things like that. But in general, that is going to be our block entity renderer, which of course we still need to combine or, register with our block entity. And to do that very straightforwardly, we want to go to the tutorial mod class all the way down to the client mod events over here. We'll make a new static method over here. So a public static void register BER. So this is going to be our block entity renderers, and this is going to need the entity renderers event dot register renderers. I'm going to call this the event over here, and we're going to add an add subscribe event annotation above it. Very important that we don't forget this. It needs to be public static void, the add subscribe event annotation, and it needs to have the correct event as a parameter. And then we can call event.register block entity renderers, passing in mod block entities dot pedestal be dot get, and then pedestal block entity renderer : new. No error should be present, and that is it. That's all we need for something that's going to look absolutely stunning. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, that is actually not as much code as you would, think for something that's really cool. So let's go into the game and see if it works. All right, I'm back in Minecraft. And if I turn around, look at this. Look at this. How freaking cool is that, right? So we can basically now also have a visual indication of like the thing that is inside of the pedestal. I think that is absolutely fantastic. And well, the idea is that this just makes it so much better just with this like simple thing, simple in the sense that it doesn't require a lot of code, but of course, understanding everything around it. That's not too simple, but you can see that is absolutely fantastic, and it works with any block that you so choose to. As you can see, you can put in whatever the frick you want. Display it. Maybe you have a cool, a cool sword or something that you want to display. There you go. There's your cool sword. Absolutely freaking fantastic. And that is a custom block entity renderer added to Minecraft. Pretty freaking neat. As per usual, of course, all of the code that you need is linked in the description below in the GitHub repository, but that's going to be it for this tutorial right here. Next time in this video, we'll add a menu to our block entity. Hope to see you there. So, yeah.